Afternoon. Messing around with the Spectrum again. Oh, not quite sure why it's doing that. It's just quitting the game, but bear in mind, if you look at the Spectrum, the Spectrum's longer than it is wide. Get you a better look. All this stuff hanging out the back of it. So maybe that's the problem. Not 100% sure, but yeah. So this is a multi-face, so that allows you to load, load, for instance, a game into the system, and then you hit the red button and it breaks out of the program and actually allows you to save to tape or Microdrive or whatever. I've got the interface 1 connected here as well, and the Microdrive's here, tape drive, printer, so that's the printer interface here. Then I've got the interface 2 here to give me joystick support and cartridge support. But for some reason that horoscope skiing is crashing, so I might just remove all of this and just see whether there's something that upsetting it there. Takes a little while to load off tape. I'm hoping that what I could do is once I get it stable, get it running, possibly with the Multiface 128 here, is dump it down to a Microdrive and see whether I can do quicker load rather than this several minute wait for to load off cassette tape. So today, basically, I'm just going to mess around. I'll show you the Multiface 128 in action, and the interface 2. You've seen something similar in the previous stream. I've got this RAM Turbo, which is it's a non-Sinclair job, but does the same. It's basically the same as an interface 2 that I showed in the last stream. The last stream I also touched on this div IDE, which is it's basically an IDE interface to add to the Spectrum. With a compact flash card, so that's full of games, and that just plugs into the back of the Specky, so you've got instant access to all the games. I don't think that likes the interface 1, because I plugged it into a machine that didn't have the interface 1 on it and it worked straight away, so not 100% sure what's going on there. Okay, seems happy now. I've forgotten what the Forgotten what the keys are. Is that pause? Yeah. Left, right. What's up and down? That's pause, I think. Yep. Now he's got to get back over the road. What's up? Up. Up. Brutal. Oh, you got to get in between. Oh, you got to get in between these flags here. So the question is it the is it the interface 1 that's it's not happy with? Not the interface 1 because it's still connected. Oof. Might be the multiface that it's not happy with. Ow. Ski's broken. Bad luck. Right. Let's see what's stopping this from loading. So I'll just remove the interface 2 and the printer and see whether this will be any better. Hello? Oh, I think I've got a faulty power socket. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit dodgy. Bugger. Wonder if I can. Oh, it's not good. Probably not very good for it. I'll just try not to touch it. It needs attention there. While it's doing that, I've got a Microdrive cartridge here that's not looking too healthy. See the little pad? That is basically going to disintegrate, so will probably ruin the cartridge if I don't sort it. Just see if I can get a better view. I don't want to move that. I don't want to move the spectrum either while it's loading, because all it takes is to bump that power cable. See if we can. You can see it's like a spongy sort of spongy material, and that's going to disintegrate. Grab some tweezers. Find that. We'll just pop a little bit of tape out there. Can't put too much out, otherwise it won't spool back up again. Actually, I'll see if I can do it without pulling too much tape. Yeah, see, even just pulling this it's a little spring. You can see the remnants, yeah, you can see the remnants of that little well, it seems to be stable. Let's see how long that runs for. You see that? Basically, they just turn to dust. So it's a matter of getting these little holders out carefully. Easier said than done. Try not to bend it too much. They sort of hook over at a funny angle. There we go. Now I'm just hoping I haven't unspooled that too far. Hoping that I can just pop that back in there. So the little pad, there's a little pad here which has disappeared. Rightio. Just put that aside for a second because that's running fine. Now, if I hit red button, yeah, we get this menu, and so I can choose S for save, give it a file name. I'll just call it HH, or just actually Horace. Okay, and cartridge. I'll see if I can save it to cartridge. Save. There it goes. It's saving to, I'd say it's defaulting to cartridge number 1 or drive 1 there. Hopefully there's enough room on that cartridge. Okay, looks like it's done it. And then if I go return, the game runs. I do notice that the border changes blue. So yep, that's good. So now what I can do is if I reset the computer, which is not hard when I bump it like that, plug that back in, and let's catalog the first Microdrive there. We should see Horace there. Horace and Horace 1, 2 and 3. So it's taken up 3 blocks, I would say. So what we should be able to do, and you can do this even if you don't have a multi-face plugged in, is you should be able to load the game. So if I go load start Microdrive 1, oops, get the syntax right, 1 Horace, and it should by rights load from that. And hopefully a lot quicker than tape. There it goes. Is it going to run though? Oh, it's still loading. There we go. Little bit of corruption there. It did mention that. But yeah, there's the game loaded. Ambulance fee, $10. Oh, you can stop in the middle of the road. Okay. Is that corruption going to go away? Oh, you have to get back up, don't you? It's down. What's up? Up. I forgot what up is. That's up. At least it doesn't start you back right at the start again. Jeez, it's brutal. Especially without a joystick. So that works really well. Sorry, no money to race. Spend it all on ambulance fees. Pretty handy. What it's really useful for, the multi-face, is for instance, if you've got a basic program, and I'll just load up the little game helper that I've been programming up. In a nutshell, actually went through this in the last stream, but in a nutshell, I've made this little program. Let me just see here, that one. Run it. Just a bunch of numbers on the screen. But effectively what it's doing is it's a helper for this board game. So this is a board game called Stock Market that my son and I play, and there's a slider that goes up and down here. You manually change, and it basically just changes the share prices, right? So as the slider goes up, these shares on the left hand side go up and the shares on the right hand side go down, and vice versa. So effectively what I'm doing is I'm making a program to keep track of what the shares are worth for each player. And so at this stage, all I've really done is I've replicated this this board here, right? And I've done that just with the spectrum here, because you don't have a lot of room. I can't like display the entire board. You know, there's too many rows, right? So a design choice I chose was to just display the row that the indicator's on, right? So you can see that it's on 0, which is basically at start there. Oops. Basically at the start there, right? And you can see, oh, it's a bit hard to see there, but 130, 60, 45, and 30 for the left hand side, and the right hand side is 30, 45, 60, 130. So basically it's mirrored. And so you can see there, you know, 30, 130, 60, 45, 30 on the left, and 30, 45, 60, 130 on the right. And if I hit the up, it just goes up 1. You see the index in the middle is 1, 2, 3, and as it goes up, you know, towards 25 at the top, it slowly rises to sort of indicate that the little index marker is rising. And so, you know, and so you can go up 1 at a time. So we're at 20 at the moment. If I go up 5, which is sometimes the game's up 1, you have an up 1 or an up 5, or you can even have an up 20 or a down 20, down 5 and down 1. And this replicates it. So that's at the top of its travel there, and you can't go any further. If it goes up 1, it just bounces back down 1. So if I hit up 1, it comes down to 24 as the index. And so that's a little program that I've been working on. So, you know, and you can go down into the negatives. That's so the left side's getting cheap, the right side's getting expensive. And so if I saved that, if I broke out of this program and saved it, like if I just broke out there and chose to save, it saves the basic program, but it doesn't save any of the variables. So if you were in the middle of a game and you wanted to stop playing, and you wanted to pick it up again from where you left off, you can't just save it to tape, because it clears all the variables, and when you come back to it, they're all clear. You don't know where you are unless you write it down. The good thing about the Multiface, if I continue that program, so if you note there, for instance, it's at -20, and let's say you decide to stop playing the board game and you want to pick it up later, if you hit the red button, you go save, and this will save all the variables as well as the program. And then, so if I just call it SMB, that stands for stock market board, A, for instance, temp will do. Yes, MB temp, right? And we'll chuck it onto the cartridge, and we'll save into cartridge. So effectively it takes like a snapshot of the entire computer. Still saving. Still saving. Or a red light over here. Still saving. So I think effectively it's probably saving the entire memory, I would say. And that's it, done. Right, and so if I hit R for return, it should return to here, right? And then so you know, the program carries on. So, but let's just say we were going to unplug, and we'll come back to the game. Let's pretend we've come back, and actually, if we just catalog, let's have a look on that cartridge, catalog 1. Pretty handy with these micro drives, just makes it so much quicker. Let's have a look. What have we got? Yeah, so it's saved 4 blocks SMB temp, and so if I load that, load star, and remember the pointer was at -20, was it, something like that? It wasn't on 0 anyway, put it that way. Load that. So it takes a little bit longer to load, you know, this whole snapshot as such, as opposed to, well, there it goes. It's actually, oh no, it is still loading. It takes a bit longer to load it, reload it, or save it even, than actually just saving the program bare bones. But at least you're getting everything, absolutely everything there. So that should run. Yeah, so you can see it started at -20, and so it's picked up from where it left off. Not sure whether that corruption will clear. It might not. Not quite sure. Oh yeah. It is, if I run over and yeah, if I go over, anything that prints over, the corruption clears it. But there's quite a few areas that don't get printed on, so yeah. But that's an example of the benefit of the multifaces. So they save the whole state of the machine. Pretty good, pretty neat. Okay. I was going to show you how to do this, or how I do it. The replacing those little Microdrive cartridges, the little pads. So this is the little, it's similar to like a cassette, you know, the little pads you see on a compact cassette. Similar sort of idea. It's just a little spring-loaded pad there. So now what I do is I just give that a little bit of a clean there. It's actually part of the sticky, the remnant of the pad still sitting there. I'm not sure it really needs to come off. It may not. Yeah, no, it's being a bit stubborn. I don't think it really matters. So, next thing, so I'll just bend that back straight there. Get that sun out of the way there. That's better. I use this felt. Now, you do have to be a little bit careful about the type of felt you use, because I think from what I read is if you use synthetic, it can build up a static charge and can cause an issue. So basically, I just stick the felt to a little bit of double-sided tape, and then just cut a strip off here. About the right size. Just start with that there. That. So basically you end up with a pad that you basically cut to length there. You end up with these little pads here, just right for these cartridges. So this is a really common cause of failure for these cartridges. Actually, that might be a little bit too long. I don't really think it matters too much. But basically you end up with that situation there. And then it's just a matter of reinstalling it back into the little cartridge there. I seem to remember actually doing this without removing the little spring. I think you can actually do that because there's just not much room here to move. It's quite fiddly. Might need better light too. Can't quite see. There's one side in, I think. Try and get that other side. I think, yeah, I think that's it. yeah, sort of springs down there, and if I'm lucky I haven't pulled too much tape out, and hopefully it'll re-spool. But there's one way to find out. I've got an actual real Microdrive here on the left. There's one I've prepared earlier. Works perfectly fine. So it'll be interesting to see whether I can catalogue this cartridge at all. So it could be the tape, could be damaged, or, probably better off just formatting it actually. Yeah, it's not looking too promising. Okay, let's try a format on that one. Format, what's the syntax on that one? Format M6. Give it a name. Doing something. Yeah. It didn't come up saying how many blocks. Let's see. Does it report it? In a catalogue, I think. $89. Looks like it's going to work. Well, if I load from the SD, I'll just load my stock market board 15 from the SD. Okay, that's the listing for it. And now if I save to the physical, if I get the syntax right, give it the same name. Catalog it. So there is a recovered microdrive. So that's a really, really common problem. So I was quite pleased to work out that method. Now I can verify. So basically this will just verify what's in memory with the program that's on the drive there. That's right. And it should come up with OK. Yep. So if I new list, nothing in memory, and then try loading that. Load star M6. Perfect. So I could use that actually for, you can use it for, like, if I'm playing a game like of that Hungry Horus, I can use it to save the game, you know, save the whole state. I suspect that pirates would have absolutely loved to have one of those multi-faces, because you could just load the commercial software up, dump it straight to a tape, hand it to your buddy, everyone's happy. And so you don't have to save to Microdrive, you can save to cassette tape as well. So quite a good way to back up tapes, which I've got some of here. Quite keen to try or figure out what's going on with that Horus game, why that's what's stopping that from running. If I've got these, is it it could be the interface too. Might be playing havoc with it. To be honest, the only reason I've got the interface 2 in there at the moment is to have joystick support there, potentially. Right, we'll see if it'll continue to run, or whether it's that interface 2 that's causing issues there. I'm not 100% sure I've got the right joystick plugged in here. Oh, yep. Have I? Sort of working. Right isn't working. Yeah, right. No work. It's going to make it hard. Is it plugged in properly? I wonder if it's the printer that was causing it to be. Still no right. I'm pretty sure this joystick works. Dead. That's quite handy though, having them. I wonder if it's the printer. Bloody handy having the games saved out to Microdrive like that, especially with the SD card version, you know. The SD card version, ultra reliable. Printer. Could it be the printer? That bloody chain of stuff, hey. I'll show you the printer soon too. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's try. No, doesn't like having that printer plugged in. Actually, I'm curious as to whether the printer works. I can check that. I'll print. Yep, printer's working. I'll show you the printer printing out my game listing. Game helper, more so than anything. Alice being quite vocal. Right, we can do an L list. L list looks like just, oops, not that. L list. This is pretty handy having the printout actually, because the Spectrum can only display like 20 lines, and some of the lines are more than one line, if you know what I mean. Some of the lines of code. So sometimes can only get like 10, 15 lines of code on the screen at any one time. It's quite nice to have the printout, especially if you're troubleshooting bug, you know, trying to sort out bugs, things like that. That is my game listing. It's probably not as efficient as it could be, but you know, it's a work in progress. I know there's more efficiencies to be had, but whether I really want to go down that efficiency rabbit hole, not at this stage. So yeah, printer works well. Curious to see whether, so looks like the system doesn't like having the printer plugged in though, as far as loading with the Multiface. I think that might be upsetting things a bit there, so I'll disconnect the printer. Curious to try that joystick, see whether that is working properly. The right hand direction is not working properly. Have a look at some of the games. Cassette games. R-Type. Unfortunately, I think the cassette is damaged on this one. Yeah, I could give it another go. I think it's been chewed at some stage, potentially, but let's give it a go. Bit of a pity because it's you know, a boxed original. It's a cool sort of format too, different aspect, you know, of the box. Came with the manual. Let's see if this is going to work. Ooh, sounding a bit dodgy there. Ooh, not sounding good. Yeah, tape load. Error. I'm wondering if maybe if I crank that volume right up, it might get there. Who knows? Oops. No, it's not happy. That's the second side. So, oh, actually, that's no, that was side one. Let's try side two. Just wondering if it's the same program on side two. It's labelled as so. What else have we got? Got the game designer. 48K. A lifetime of games in one package. Right, load that one. Design your own animated aliens, ships, missiles, explosions. Smooth arcade quality throughout using full color sprites. Yeah, I think that might be like a multi-load game. And side 2, you can't just, it's not a copy of side 1 as such. So that's a pity. 8 games included. Full sound generation, scoring, movement control, moving background option, and attack wave design. Invaders, Galaxians game format, Defender Scramble game format, Asteroids game format, and Berserk game format. Interesting. Dam Busters. I've never played some of these games, so I've played R-Type. R-Type's really quite good on the Spectrum. Dam Busters. Yeah, looks quite in depth. At some stage, you know, I might explore some of these games, but at this point, I'm just really sort of messing around with having a look through some of these games. Won't get too bogged down on them. Star Wars. We've got Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Cassette. Empire Strikes Back. Return of the Jedi. That's pretty cool. Let's see if Star Wars loads up. Spectrum 48 and 128K. And if that does, I'll save it. No, that's not loading. Might be too loud. At last, the most famous coin-op arcade game and one of the most successful films of our era come together in this Domark publication. That doesn't look right. Oh yeah, yes it is. Loading up something pretty for you to look at while your game loads. Faithful to the original, the home computer version of Star Wars should win first place in any game player's collection and will always be the one you go back to time after time. The first scene is the space attack with waves of hostile spacecraft attacking your lonely but powerful ship. You battle to the Death Star and once there fly close to the ground in a daring attempt to blast the space towers and flying stars, steering your way through the barrage. Finally, you emerge in the trench, jumping and ducking the stretch barriers and shooting the missile emplacements fastened to each side of the death-defying walls. There are many levels to the game with stirring music and speech synthesis. Fast and furious action is guaranteed throughout. Oh, look at the little progress bar going down on the bottom. That's a nice touch, isn't it? There was an asterisk there for the sound. Stirring music and speech synthesis. Let's have a look. I can't see anything about this synthesis. Oh, certain versions only for the stirring music and speech synthesis. So, you know, it could be this covers the Spectrum 48 and 128K in 48K mode, the Commodore 64/128, Amstrad CPC, BBC B Micro, and the Atari ST. That tape is starting to sound a bit... I'll be surprised if it loads. Ooh, it sounded wobbly there. Come on, you can do it. Is that coming through on the tape? Oh no, it's speaky. Nice. Okay, I'm tempted to get a backup of this first. Let's see. Save it. Star Wars. Cartridge. It's going to go to cartridge 1. Oh, I hope I got the room. I should set up some blank cartridges, blank virtual cartridges, so that you know, I can just go dog and back up IO error. Ooh, it's probably full. Maybe I'll try that other cartridge. Oh, it's not going to because it defaults to cartridge 1. Oh, that's a pain. Yeah. Okay. Return. Okay. Kempston. I think this is a Kempston joystick. 0 continue. Oh no. Maybe it's not a Kempston joystick. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've got no control. Well, it loaded. I'm pretty tempted to get a backup of that though. Not that it really matters too much because I've got the little interface unit. Actually, I should show you that. The div IDE, and I've got all the games on that. But I don't know, something about backing up the original, you know, the one that I've got, get it onto cartridge there. So yeah, what you could do is if you were, you know, you've got a high score or something like that, or you were partway through the game and you wanted to pause it, come back to it in a few days or whatever, you can just hit save and save it, and then just load and pick up from where you came, you know, from where you left off. Pretty handy. But let's try the div IDE. Pretty sure that it's not compatible with the, I think it's the interface 1, but I'm curious. I'm just going to plug it into the back of the interface 2 there. Oh, nope, that's not going to plug it into, it doesn't fit in the back of the interface 2, so I'm just going to plug it into the back of the Multiface here. Who knows, it might work. No. Nope. Okay. So I have to remove the interface 1. That's looking better. Joystick. Right. How do I use it? Oh, push the button. There we go. Games browser. Joystick seems to be being picked up there. Let's do that Star Wars one, eh? Let's try it. As you can see, there are a lot of games. I think you possibly can type for a search. But yeah, lots of games, eh? SimCity, that'd be interesting. Jeez, lots of Spectrum games, eh? There was so many spooky games. Here we go, Star Wars. Star Wars 2, The Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars 3, Return of the Jedi, but there's no just Star Wars. Huh. Unless... Star Wars, yeah. Star Wars, I wonder. Oh yeah. I'll put you onto the non-noise cancellation mic. Is it might be a Sinclair, is it? Let's try Sinclair. Yeah, no. Can I go back out? Load it again? try Kempston 0. Yeah, Kempston. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. It's reversed. Reversed for me. So up brings the cursor down, down brings it up. That's not bad for a specky game, is it? Shoot the fireballs. Shields 5. Three. On our way in. Oh no, more TIE fighters, is it? Shield 2. Shield 1. Shield gone. Not much in the way of sound. I'd say the programmers will probably be conserving CPU cycles, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, I would have been really pleased with this as a kid. I remember this in the arcade. And to have it on a home computer, pretty amazing. Oh, don't hit the pylons. Oh. The arcade one was so good. So smooth. Jeez, pretty brutal. One shield left. Shield gone. Come on. Give me a break. Oh, ooh. Nice. I'm wondering, can I plug in the Multiface and back up that? Before I do anything like that though, I need to free up some room. Actually, if I unplug the SD card one, I can use the actual, I can use this, the OG with the actual physical cartridge in it. Ah, hang on. Was it the Multiface one? No, I can't, can I? Because I can back it up to tape. It'd be interesting to see if that works. So I can't use the cartridges because it seems to be that the div IDE is not compatible with the interface 1. Let's see though if I can use the Multiface and dump it to a cassette. There. Not that it really, I mean, it's kind of a moot point really, but I'm just curious really as to, well, it could still be useful, right? If I wanted to save progress in a game or something like that, I'm guessing. I don't know. Let's try it anyway. Can I search ST? No. Don't tell me I have to do this. Oh, you can go down a page at a time, I think, somehow. Ah. No, not that one. Scooby and Scrappy-Doo. Somehow, if I read the manual, I'll probably find out how to use it properly. For instance, no, doesn't like it. Worth a try. Worth a try. I think I'll put the interface one back on and prep some drives on the V drive. The V drive ZX. That's the little micro drive that's running the whole. It's got the SD card micro drive. That's pretty handy. Actually, I could just try dumping some of these straight to the cartridges. Might be just a little bit easier. Try it. Go through this load process here again, sorry about that, but while it's doing that I can just have a quick look at how to prep a drive on the V drive. Right, so the SD card, you can create a folder or directory, they call it here. And effectively that's creating a directory on the SD card. You can also do it on a PC if you want to, or on a computer. But you can do it through the toolkit on the V drive as well. So we'll do that in a sec. And then you can create an image. And the image is basically, it's a bit like, you know, one of these cartridges, one of these Microdrive cartridges here. Disc. You know, you call it a disc or tape or cartridge, whatever you want to call it. Some people call them wafers. Yeah. So an image is basically one of those, and then you can assign that image to a drive. Let's try and back this up. It's weird, the music starts and the loading noise seems to carry on. Okay, let's try save. Star Wars, cartridge, save. Doing it. Okay, looks good. Let's test it. Return. So I'll just pull power. And let's see, it's catalog cat 1. Yep, looks good. Load. Looking promising, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. There you go. Up, down. Where's left and right? ZX, is it? Fire. I've got sound now. Trying to work out the keyboard. Anyway, it's interesting I've got sound this time though. Ah, O and P. Oh God, blimey. I wouldn't like to play it on a keyboard. Oh, yeah. Oh. Right. Okay. It works though. Okay, I'm just going to hook up the V drive now that I've got an image of that tape. Effectively, it's not an image of the tape as such, it's an image of the memory of the machine that the tape's loaded into. It's effectively the way you probably could think of it. Right. Let's see if we can all build a brand new image with the V drive. So to enable the toolkit, you eject the SD card, power the machine on, hit load, and that load, no, is it? Oh no, it's not load, it's run. Run. So that loads the toolkit. So dot H I think is help, is it? Help, there we go. Insert the SD card. Load, list banks, list all files, list V drives. Yep, okay. So dot .li gives us the folder structure. So dot .cd, I think it's games. Yeah, and then .li to list again. And so each one of these, see, R-type and MM, I think is R-type and Manic Miner. I'm curious to see whether that actually works. But they are actual, think of them as cartridges. So the likes of games, games 2, games 4, magnets, etc. Curious to see whether R-type works, but I'm sort of getting off track. So if you go LV, lists your volumes. And so I want to swap out volume 1. But first of all, I want to make an image. Li, list images. Okay, so if I create, so mkimg dot mkimg is make image, and I'll call it what am I going to be doing? Basically I might just make it game 6, I guess. Okay, so that should be list images blank. Yeah, game 6 is blank, and now I think so what I have to do is I have to mount it to a V drive, load an image. So if I load load an image, LD space 1 with games 6, right, and if I do list volume now, game 6 is blank. Okay, and then so it needs formatting, pretty much the same as what I did before. So the syntax for format is, for instance, format, and then M for Microdrive, then the cartridge number, and then you give it a name. But because I've got the toolkit loaded, I can actually use the toolkit shortcuts. So if you look at help, F format shortcut. So you can do .F1, and I'll call it games 6. So this is basically the same as what I did before on the physical cartridge. So if I've got a blank disc, a blank cartridge with enough room, I can dump some of these images that I load off tape. It would be pretty handy, but I need to have one ready each time. Not too sure how many blocks it takes up. We'll be able to find out. So now if I catalog 1, $127 blocks. Okay. Let's see how many blocks that Star Wars takes up. I'm not sure if they call them blocks or sectors, or yeah, I can't quite remember now. But if I load, so if I just get out of the toolkit and load from Microdrive 6 Star Wars. It won't, it's automatically loading off, yeah, it's trying to load off disk 1, cartridge 1. Is that because that's where it was saved? Yeah, it could be the case. So it looks like now I have to load whatever game I want. I'm set to load whatever game I need now. Yeah, there's no way of, because the Multiface only deals with the first Microdrive in the series. I guess I could put, what I could do is, no, that's not going to work either. No, I was just thinking, because the Multiface is just going to deal with drive 1 thinking I could put the physical drive as drive 1, but then I can't save it back down to the SDs because they'll be drive 2 through 6, so that's not going to work. So I can just save a game though, or just load another one off tape, something different. Let's have a look at maybe Empire Strikes Back. Oh, actually, that's what I was going to do. I was going to see whether... Oh no, that's right. All good. Empire Strikes Back. Nice artwork, eh? Pretty cool. It's been well used. Not by me. Well used by previous owner. This game follows the non-stop action of the movie and is a direct conversion of the famous coin-op. Hey, Evil C. Oh yeah. Oh, BBC Micro. They're pretty cool. I don't have any BBCs, but are they 6502 or are they a Z80? Got a funny feeling they're 6502, aren't they? Yep. Can't go past the old 8 bits, eh? All games players and Star Wars fans alike will enjoy this version of the world's best known space age epic. Oh, yep, 6502. Yep. Brought to you by the team who produced the top selling Star Wars game. Empire Strikes Back is the next stage of the unfolding drama. The player takes the role of Luke Skywalker piloting a snowspeeder against huge Imperial walkers. Darth Vader controls his forces with deadly cunning, using his probots to search and attack the Rebel base. The action continues as the player becomes Han Solo in the Millennium Falcon, looking for safety in the galaxy whilst being attacked by TIE fighters and dodging asteroid storms. It's not really a game session as such, Mr. C. I'm just messing around. I've got this device on the back of the Spectrum that lets you break out of games. So you know, if you're kind of familiar with likes of C64 or things, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Spectrum, but you know, a lot of the 8-bit games, you're kind of locked in the game. There's no save routines or anything like that because of, you know, they don't want you pirating the game, I guess. But this little device with the big red button here, that lets you break out of the game and save it. You know, so you can save the game in a state that, you know, you could be partway through a game and you decide that you want to come back to it later, and some of those games, obviously, you know, you can't. Well, you could pause it and walk away, but if you want to come back in, say, 2 weeks' time, you could just hit the red button, save it to tape, then reload it back in and start from where you left off. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with Action Replay, but I think it is similar to that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, so the BBC Micro had, what did it have, faulty blimmin' memory chips or something, did it? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit the red button and dump this out to a Microdrive SD emulator, just because I can, right? So should be able to hit that, hit save. There's going to be, I'll call it Star Wars 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Yes. Program or screen? I guess program, yeah. Yeah. Cartridge. Save. Okay, so that's saving out to the Microdrive. Ah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's good you got it sorted. So this device, the Multiface, lets you choose where to save to. So you could actually save it back to a cassette. You know, I mean, this game's come from a cassette, but if you want to save your save state, you could dump it back to a cassette if that's all you had. I'm fortunate enough to have micro drives, so I can dump them back to there. Especially, I've got the SD micro drive. It's the V Drive ZX. It's a micro drive emulator, and you know, ultra reliable. I mean, the micro drive cartridges physically are not that reliable, but the SD card emulator version, pretty pretty good. Now I don't have a joystick hooked up, so it's going to be a nightmare to play. Keyboard. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, $20 sounds pretty good. Okay. This will be a nightmare to control, guarantee it. Because you've got up, down, left, and right. So up and down is Q and A, left and right's OP, but fire is, I think, space. So it's just a bit difficult to get all of the maybe the bottom row's fire. I don't know. No. it's going to be hard without a joystick. I'm just doing left and right. I'm not bothering with up and down. Ooh. Can we take that out? Took them out. It's not a bad little 3D game for the specky, is it? Be better with the joystick. Can I kamikaze him? Oh, shield. Degraded shield. Oh, I got an E for the Jedi. Oh. TIE fighters. Up and down. No, no. Left and right. No, no. Jeez. Impossible to control. Oh yeah, not socketed. It's a pain in the ass, isn't it? So what did Kelsey send you? Has he got a BBC as well, has he? Did he send you one of those? Now, if I reboot and catalog the cartridge, we should be able to load that nice and quickly. Load. That's the first part. Hell of a lot quicker than tape. There we go. Hell of a lot quicker than tape. That's awesome. Okay. If I plug in the interface 2, possibly we'll get joystick support. Joystick. Curious. much room did this take up? So I had 127 blocks, I guess you call it. What do we have now? 85. Okay. Yep. I'll probably get a few games on here, eh? Alrighty. So I'm just going to take a very quick break.
Elite has been called the game of a lifetime. Available now on the ZX Spectrum. It's shot to #1 in all the charts. It's a game of skill, logic, commercial acumen, and of course, alien zapping excitement. Never seen Elite before, or never played it, buy it now and treat yourself to the game of a lifetime.
Okay, son. Remember to roll when you land, alright, buddy?
Yep.
That's the boy. Dinner ready, honey?
Now, with over 200 games, there's only time for the important things in life.
Microsoft, ready to play. From the co-designer of the hit title Civilization comes Age of Empires. From the Stone Age to the Iron Age, experience 10,000 years of amazing discoveries as you build your tribe into a great civilization. Will you explore new lands, amass great riches, or conquer all in your path? You choose your favorite form of world domination. Age of Empires.
Are you keeping up with the Commodore? 'Cause the Commodore is keeping up with you.
The world's #1 selling home computer is now in a family pack, the Commodore 64, plus data cassette and joystick, 4 software programs including Introduction to Basic, a teach yourself program for the whole family. The Commodore 64 Family Pack, a value of $700 for just $499.
Are you keeping up with the Commodore? 'Cause the Commodore is keeping up with you.
Bugger.
Bugger me.
Bugger. Easy now, son.
Let me take you off noise cancellation. Hey, that's appropriate, eh? It's now Saturday night. I'm not going to have a beer. Right, joystick. Does the joystick work? What did I say before? Kempston, was it? No, Kempston didn't work before. I can redefine. Oh, you redefine the keys. Let's try Sinclair. Oh yeah, that's right, it's reversed. Yeah. Oh, BBC Master. What's the difference between the BBC Master and the BBC Micro? What's that going up there? Oh, you can hold it down. Oh, okay. Oh, you can hold the button down, that's auto firing. Oh, CPU's chugging. Bonfire. See you later, dude. Oh, yeah. Chug, 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 chug. Chug, 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 chug. Ah, yeah, yeah, that's good. I don't ever recall seeing this in the arcade. I remember seeing the Star Wars one. Don't recall seeing this. Good old colour clash there. A speaky colour clash. Oh, I think I'm in the Millennium Falcon now, aren't I? Jeez, can I shoot that Star Destroyer? Oh, doop, 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 doop. Can I get it? CPO says avoid this is the asteroid field. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Hey, not doing too well. Jeez. Uh-oh. One more hit. I'm gone. shield's gone. Did you know that? Yes, I did. Avoid collision. Shoot the transmissions. Oh, yeah. Game over. Not bad. I think I should back the whole lot up onto this drive. I won't do Star Wars because I've loaded that a couple of times already. So let's have a look at Return of the Jedi. Well, I get to put my name in. Oh. Return of the Jedi. Oh, this is not original. Doesn't look very original, does it? Let's see how we go. Nothing on that tape, is it? No. Here comes the load screen. Slowly but surely. Haha, nice. Well, that loads. Let's show you some more of the games here. War in Middle-earth, Tolkien. That is a 48 and 128K game. An interactive experience in Tolkien's trilogy. So like an adventure or something. I haven't really played with a lot of these games, so the whole of J.R. Tolkien's panoramic vision has been included in this epic game. Follow in the footsteps of Frodo, Aragorn and Gandalf as they battle to get the ring to the cracks of doom. Ranged against you are all the evil forces of the Dark Lord Sauron and the corrupt wizard Saruman. The odds are overwhelming, but you cannot afford to fail. The destiny of Middle-earth lies in the balance. Multiple playing levels let you control all the characters and armies that appear in Lord of the Rings. From the broad sweep of strategy right down to individual characters' actions on the battlefield, there are infinite possibilities, so no two games will ever be the same. Gripping action means you will always want another game. Guard carefully and travel well, my friend. May the Fellowship of the Ring be successful and peace return to all Middle-earth. The features are highly detailed maps that cover the whole of Middle-earth, cinema quality animation, stunning sound, C64, digitized on Amiga, Apple II GS and Atari ST versions, icon-driven controls, varying depth of play, save and load game features, one player only. Interesting. Why can't I delete my own message? Hello. Delete. I seem to remember having this trouble last time. All the buttons are there, but I can't action them. Do I have to? I've got show mod icons turned on, but it just doesn't delete. Delete message does nothing. That's bizarre, isn't it? Anyway, don't click goldpot.online/SEFA. I can't delete it. Let me see if I can delete your message, Evil C. I'm just going to delete the 6502 comment. No, can't do that either. I'm in the dashboard, Twitch TV dashboard. I don't know. No idea. Do I have to do it from somewhere else? The music's quite good. Does Twitch Studio still work? Nope. Don't know. Don't know. Press trigger. Oh, I should just back this up. Save. Star Wars 3. I know it's not episode 3, but cartridge. Save. Okay, that's done. Oh God. Oh, it's got that sort of Zaxxon, it's like a Zaxxon view. Ooh. Ewoks lying in wait. Ooh. Huh. It's a bit touchy on the controls, I must say. And it's firing there when I'm... That one I didn't fire. You made it. Ewoks are happy. Ooh, Falcon. Oof. It fires when I hit right. Oh, what am I supposed to do there? Can I shoot the Ewoks? No. Hey, came up behind me. How are you supposed to get through that? What? It set me back a level? Oh, I don't know. Come on. Okay. So yeah. Multiface. Pretty handy. Pretty handy. That's good. Alright. I've got that one basically backed up. Curious about this Middle Earth one. I mean, that is going to be a deep dive. But let's just see if it loads. set. Quite nice. Got a little little map here. Map of Middle Earth. Nice. Loading instructions. So Amstrad, CPC 664 or 6128. There's a Spectrum Plus 3. It's got the controls for the Amstrad and Specky. I've got a Amstrad CPC, I think it's the 464. Is that right? I hardly know anything about it. It's sitting in a box. Nice instruction manual. That's a nice loading screen. Maelstrom Games. Nice little instruction booklet there. Are you going to load more? Oh yeah. That looks interesting. Valhalla for the Specky. '83. The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole, aged 13 3/4. Ghostbusters. Yeah, Ghostbusters on tape. Some of these little boxes are quite cool, actually. I was wondering if I should put up a little shelf and have these Spectrum games out. Not that anyone sees them, but even in the background on the stream. Sherlock. Spectrum 48K, Melrose, Melbourne House. that's cool. It's got like a little jacket. A little jacket style. Is that finished? Yeah, probably is a multi-load. I think I probably just need to rewind a little bit there. Kempston, use interface 2, which I've got. Interface 2. 3. Define keys, level, current, Q, A, O, P, and M. Oh yeah, so there's a little cursor here. Imrahil. Going to Dol Amroth. Somewhat energetic, determined, not very steadfast, not very virtuous, brave, somewhat strong, allied to fellowship. Linher. Yeah, that looks like something that's, you know, worth a deep dive into at some stage, I would say. The Two Towers. Or think. Helm's Deep. Edoras. Company of 27 men. Somewhat energetic, somewhat determined, steadfast, not virtuous, somewhat brave, not very strong, and allied to the fellowship. Dol Goldera. Anyway, that's worth saving out, so let's save it. War in Middle Earth. God, blimey. Mid-Earth, I'll call it. Mid-Earth. Cartridge, yep, save it. There we go. I wonder if that is a multi-load system, whether that could throw a spanner in the works, couldn't it? If, you know, like I'm saving only a portion of the game. I'm not sure about that. It took a hell of a long time to load. Okay, Neo, no worries. I'm nearly done. I'll be cooking some tea in a minute. But yeah, good to see you. I'm really just going through and saving some of my games that I've got on cassette. I'm dumping them to Microdrive cartridge images. So I'm not really, it's nothing too exciting. It's just have a quick go at the games while I load them. Have a quick look at them. I've just been through the Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Got some classics here. I've got The Hobbit, text adventure type, Dundarak. or I mean, I don't even know what the hell some of these games are. I've never played them, a lot of them. Oh, look at this. Alien. It's getting a bit dark in here. Alien. In space, no one can hear you scream. No, probably not. Probably not after dinner. That's cool. The cat. What was the cat's name? Can't remember now. That's neat though. Little book. Bit of a story. Very cool. Yeah, there's a lot to go through. I've got boxes of they're not all you know, boxed or anything like that. Some of them just come in little, but yeah, I've got heaps of this sort of stuff. Boggart. Yeah. I mean, a lot of it's available through the Div IDE, you know, so it's, I'm sort of wondering whether it's worth going through and dumping them all out to cartridge. You know, could just be a pointless exercise, but cool to have a look at some of those games. Yeah, let's have a look and see how many blocks I've got left on this drive. So we can return. Okay, I'll just... by the way, Neo, the other day, the other stream, you saw me doing Spectrum and this little power socket was playing up. I think it's the barrel socket. I think it's the actual plug in the specky, probably dry solder joint down onto the board. I need to get that out and get that. Yeah, I think it's actually internal, because if I give it a wiggle, see, sometimes it's okay. It's like when it warms up, it's fine. Yeah, not sure if it was, I mean, see, it seems okay there now. But before, when I was even just about look at it, and it would, I wonder if it's because it's got warm and now it's a lot more stable. Can hardly read the keyboard. Should put a light on. That's better. Yeah, so I've only got 15 left, so I'll probably put the other Star Wars on here. Actually, I'll probably wipe that Middle Earth off there. I might just create another disc, another cartridge, virtual cartridge, and put that Middle Earth one on. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's probably about it, really. I better go and start some dinner. I probably won't be back on tonight or tomorrow, to be probably later in the week, I think. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for calling in and saying hi. Let's have a look, see if there's anyone streaming, anyone that we know. All I've got here is Amiga Live, so might as well just we will raid them. Why not? Galley Tip. I don't know Galley Tip. It's not on my... I'll just pop you through to Amiga Live. Yeah. Cheers, guys. We'll catch up with you at some stage. Thanks for coming along. Wait, it's weird. My commands don't seem to be doing anything. Like I just tried a raid then and it just did nothing. I wonder if I need to refresh this page. I can delete that message now. Yeah, I think I just needed to refresh. It's working now. Cool. I might be back later in the week with some more specky stuff. Cheers, guys.